Hello Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Cancer, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking towards this direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Cancer, let's get started. How does Cancer currently view this relationship? So we do have the Chariot, we do have the King of Wands, and then we also have the Ten of Swords. I feel like you're reclaiming your power is like the best way that I could describe it is I'm seeing here. Like I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who has made you feel like you have zero control as well as power is basically what I'm getting. But I am definitely getting you reclaiming control over this entire situation as well as your power. And it's causing this individual to feel defeated is like the best way that I could describe what it is that I'm seeing here. It's causing somebody to feel extremely defeated, which to be honest, I kind of feel like it was once upon a time the other way around. Like for a while, like you found yourself feeling extremely defeated. You found yourself feeling like you had zero control over this entire situation. But it kind of looks like you're starting to realize you have more power and control over this entire situation than you were essentially led to think and believe. Maybe this person wanted you to think and believe that you have zero control, you have zero power. But I think that, you know, given the fact, right, that you're regaining control over this entire situation as well as your power back, it's quickly causing this person to realize that this is essentially a battle that this individual is going to essentially lose, is basically what I'm getting. All right, how does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. So we have the Eight of Wands, we have the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Sun. It could be dealing with a Leo strongly, possibly a Sagittarius, maybe even an Aries. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, but at the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Swords. We also have the Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Wands to the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. This to me kind of feels very narky on their behalf. Very, very narky. I'm also getting a lot of like manipulation coming from this person in particular. But anyways, let's talk nonetheless. Okay. So in regards to how this person is viewing this entire situation with you, I'm getting like an energy of them trying to essentially prevent you from, you know, being happy, prevent you from being at peace, preventing you from essentially living your life and, you know, things of that nature, is primarily what I'm getting. Okay. So let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you know, you've reached your breaking point with this one over here to the point where you don't even want to do this anymore. Well, I think that this person's going to attempt to do something on their end to prevent you from moving on with your life, to prevent you from being happy, to prevent you, you know, from, you know, basically leaving them is basically what I'm getting. Now, I'm not entirely sure exactly what this person plans on doing, but that's basically what I'm getting. Like I said, it's just very, very narky on this person's, you know, behalf. It's very, very narky on this person's behalf. But I'm also, like I said, I'm also getting like a lot of like manipulation and convincing going on here on their behalf. It's like this person is trying to like, I don't know, like change your mind and convince you into essentially remaining with them, but it's basically in the name of them not wanting you to move forward and move on with your life. I think that this person deep down inside kind of knows that you would be 10 times happier without them. You would be 10 times, you know, more at peace without them. And I think that these are things that this person just simply wants to prevent from essentially happening, is basically what I'm getting. Okay. How does Cancer currently feel? We have the Three of Cups, we got the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Wheel of Fortune. In regards to how you're currently feeling about all of this, I feel like you want what we all want, right? Which is basically just to essentially be happy. But when it comes down to this particular situation you find yourself in, you just want to be free from it all. Like you don't want to continue to deal, you know, with this person anymore. This person comes off to me as somebody who can be very, can be very, very controlling. I'm getting that this person tends to like manipulate you and gaslight you a whole lot. They're very God, I can never say that word correctly. They're very egoistic, okay? Very, very egoistic. Very, very prideful. I am definitely getting that. Um, I just kind of feel like this person, that's like the weird thing about this person is that I think that this person knows that they bring a lot of pain and suffering into your life. Um, I think that this person kind of knows that they're not like oblivious to that. Like they're not oblivious to that. Like this person knows that they bring a lot of pain, suffering, stress, anxiety, all of that stuff, into your life. They know that. However, they also know that if you were to break free from them, you're going to be 10 times happier. You're going to be, 10 times more at peace. And these are things that this person just doesn't want you to have in or experience. It's like they rather you be bound to them and continue to just deal with them and all that comes with them. Why? I don't know. Like I said, like this person does come across to me as somebody who's just like not all there, like in the head. They're just very, very narky. I will say that they're very, very narky. Not only that, but I feel like you are somebody who brings a lot of good into their life. So you also have to kind of like understand that if you were to leave them, because these are things that they're thinking, like if you were to essentially leave them, all the good that comes with you, they will no longer have access to. And they don't really want to go through all of that. You know what I mean? As far as like a life without you in it. But yeah, um, I just kind of feel like you just want, to be free of this entire situation and never have to essentially see this person and or deal with this person ever again. A lot of you feel like you have a lot to essentially look forward to. A lot of you also feel like you would be better off without this person. That's the thing, is that deep down inside you would be, and so do they. How does this person currently feel? I'll be very, very careful with this one over here, because this person is going to try to gaslight you. They're going to try to manipulate you. They're going to try to guilt trip you. They're going to try everything that they could possibly think of to basically change your mind when it comes down to essentially leaving this dynamic here between the two of you, for the reasons why I already basically mentioned. Again, they don't want you to move on with your life and be happy without them. Like they don't want all of that. But see, that's like the narky part, I would say, of this person, is that they don't want you to leave them because they know deep down inside you will be happier without them in your life versus with them in your life. But they're not trying to make your life pleasant by any freaking means. So then there's that. Now, very soon they're gonna make it seem, they're gonna make it seem, okay? They're gonna make it seem like, they want to make this work. They're going to make it seem like they love you. They're going to make it seem like they care. They're going to make it seem a lot of freaking things. But this is just their way of trying to manipulate you into essentially staying with them, is basically what I'm getting. You're definitely dealing more than likely with a narcissist, is basically what I'm getting, unfortunately. All right, what actions? Okay. Very nice. We have the Judgment card, we got the Page of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Pentacles. With the Judgment card coming out here, it kind of looks like your mind is essentially made up when it comes down to how you want to proceed forward. And it doesn't appear to me that you want to proceed forward with this individual in your life, and I do see you expressing that to them. I just kind of feel like you just want to kind of go back to just being happy, whole, and complete all over again, and being at peace. You know what I mean? Like that's what you want, but a lot of you feel like in order to essentially get there, it does kind of require you to leave this entire situation that you find yourself in with this individual behind you. Okay, what actions will this person take towards Cancer or moving forward? We have the Three of Wands, we have the Five of Pentacles, and then we also have the Nine of Cups out here. So in regards to how this person plans on moving forward, I can't emphasize this enough. This really does bother them. I can't emphasize this enough. This really does bother them. Like, deep down inside, this person knows that if you were to walk away from this relationship, for one, they're never going to see you again, because they don't think that you would ever want to revisit this connection if the relationship between the two of you were to like officially come to an end. So these are things that this person is clearly trying to essentially prevent. They also know that you would be 10 times happier without them, making it even more unlikely for you to want to ever revisit this connection ever again between you and this person. This is why this person is trying their damn hardest, to fix things with you, to repair things with you, to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat. At the end of the day, it's one of those situations situations where it's like what's going to make you happy is not going to make them happy. What's going to make them happy is not going to make you happy. It looks like this dynamic between the two of you just has not been making you happy whatsoever, even though it's been making this person, extremely happy. None of this is essentially fair, for you, because here you are going out of your way and going above and beyond to make this person happy, and here they are going out of their way to essentially bring nothing but stress, anxiety, and all of these negative things into your life. So somebody has to essentially take the L here. And the thing is that you've been taking the L for a very, very long time by prioritizing them and your relationship with them and putting their happiness before, yours. Like, you've been doing this for quite some time now. So it looks like you've been taking the L, for quite some time now. And it kind of looks like you're going to have to make a choice. Like, who's going to really take the L here? Is it going to be you again? Or is it now their turn to essentially take the L? Now, if you basically force this person to take the L here, I think that this person knows that they're never going to see you again, which is going to cause this person to try their hardest to keep this dynamic between the two of you intact and afloat, which is going to cause this person to not go down without fight. So it's just something to anticipate / expect from this individual. All right, so that is what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.